Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new video, and today it's time for another F1 sim racing race, and today we are racing around Mexico. As you can see, this is also the first race of event 3 in F1 sim racing, so again we've had a lot of time to prepare for this event. And if you guys have seen the last video, I told you that I finally got my settings right, and that means more confidence into this event. And that first sector we just did in Q1 on our banker lap was actually really good. And now we are heading into the S section, get it cut perfectly there, and now through the S section on the battery and opening the DRS, and that felt pretty decent. We have a 4-8 split, which is nice, but then this corner we completely messed it up actually, and also in this hairpin. So unfortunately that was not great, and again that last corner was not amazing, so we've lost roughly 2/10 in that final sector. So that was no idea. We're still P14, but we definitely need an improvement in order to make it through to Q2. But that already showed that our pace is much better than it has been throughout the season. We are 600s down though, so we need to find some time, but we know that there's a lot of time in the final sector to gain. And now through this section already we're gaining quite a bit of time, 600s up already. Now heading into this left-hander, cutting it again pretty nicely. Back on the ERS as well, we're still up, and we were already on a decent lap, so now we just need to take it easy and keep ourselves within the white lines, and that's much better. You can see we gained a 10th at least into that right-hander, gaining 1.5 tenths through the left-hander, but made a small mistake. Nonetheless, the lap was good enough, and that's P7 for now, and I think that's where we stayed. P8 actually. Got P8 in that Q1 session, so yeah, pace is definitely improved. So that's good. Very happy with that. On to Q2 we go. Now this is our first representative lap in Q2. First lap we did on a used set of tires, but barely gained any time actually. We do a 6.7 first. You might remember that we did a high 5 in Q1 on our banker lap. So yeah, not ideal. Definitely need to find more time in this. Again, through this left-hander, but just about invalidated, unfortunately. So yeah, that's not ideal, but it happens. Probably very easy to cut as well. It's a 4-5 split, if I'm correct. Now into this left-hander, flick the wheel pretty aggressively. We're still going to finish the lap, I think. No, we're not. We're just gonna go in case we manage to make it through Q3. It was on a 0 split, so it would have been a 6 probably. Definitely not enough. But now our final lap in Q2, and this time we do improve. 700s up, so that should be a 6-0 first, almost. Slightly missed the apex there on the left-hander, but got the right-hander pretty spot on. Now into this double right-hander, went a tiny bit deep, but we are over 2/10s up. Now into this left-hander again, bit cautious actually on the exit there, simply because we invalidated the lap before. And now we are on a 3-7 split, which is decent. And now into this right-hander, that was alright. Into the left-hander, flick the wheel, car stopped a bit too much, And now only the final corner, and he missed the apex completely there. And that cost us a lot of time across the line, and it's P11, unfortunately. And that means that we are out in Q2. Starting P12, only 500ths of a second. So it was pretty tight. Yeah, I think even if we just got the final corner right, it would have been through. But yeah, unfortunately, but P12, we can definitely work from there. It's our teammate Otis in P2, so that's nice. So yeah, let's enter the race. Here we are then at the start of the Mexican Grand Prix. We're gonna start in P12 on the hard tires. Danny Bresnay behind us on mediums actually. And away we go. And you can see Danny has a much better start. Obviously because he's on the mediums, but he went to the outside, so we have the inside line still, and we have to stick our nose in on the inside here to keep our position, and we have to be aggressive there up to P10. And now around the outside of Tom Manley, having the inside for his right hand to get a better exit, and now alongside Thomas Gao, and that's us up to P10, and maybe we can get to P9 here if we play it right. But Tom Manley sends it up the inside. Nico gets hit by Thomas Gao. And now up the inside, it's still 3 wide ahead of me, and then Tom Manley and Thomas hook tires, and that gives me the opportunity to go on the right hand side and gain another position. So that means P9 already in our opening lap, starting from P12. So that's absolutely amazing. Also got the fastest lap, and now the first guys are going in. Those guys started on the mediums, and we are on the hards, of course. Everyone ahead of Ismail and Nicholas were on mediums. So we are the first 3 on the hards. You can see Thomas Gao behind dropped out of the DRS. I think there were cars in between, that's why he lost it. Nicholas went into the pits, and we decided to follow Ismail and go for a lap fresher tires, because I thought it will be sort of chaos at the end anyway, and I prefer to just be safe and have the fresh tires at the end. And yeah, Ismail stayed out, so I thought we might as well. Ismail has obviously done a great job so far in this season already, so I was thinking he probably knows what he's doing as well. And now you can see we are coming out of the pits, and there's Thomas Gao in the lap earlier, but he doesn't have DRS and we do, so we are blasting our battery and try to keep our position to stay behind Ismail here. And yeah, pretty crucial for as soon as we are approaching the train. And now you can see it's lap 23, and we're in P14 with the freshest tires, with Ismail to everyone ahead, and he gets 2 free positions there when Josh and Isvan Puki are battling pretty hard. And now it's our job to get past them ASAP, as Josh is on the hard tires, so he won't have a lot of grip compared to us, because our tires are super fresh still, and we have to get past them as soon as possible. Also Lucas Blakely right behind me, so it's always better to have a car at least in between me and him. So now into the stadium section, going up the inside, and Josh went a bit deep there, and now we're having the outside for this right hander. He pushes us off the track here, and now around the outside of the final corner, but Lucas Blakely gets very close as well now, so now we have to try and get the slipstream here from Isvan Puki. You can see Josh is not fighting it anymore, so now you can see we're catching a lot on Ulas Uzildrum as well, going up the inside with the fresh mediums, having the outside for the left-hander, but that becomes the inside for the right-hander, and that's us up to P12. So we're definitely fighting for a good result here, as Isvan Puki broke a bit early. But also us braking late because our tires are so much fresher. You will especially see on the exit of this corner how much more traction we have up the inside. And we just got fully alongside him, just on the traction zone. But he was fully blasting his battery. So I decided to stop using, get behind him, get in the slipstream, and then send it up the inside with our tires. And now don't want to hang it around the outside, so waiting for him to go deep, get a good exit, and that's how we got past him up to P11. We have to be careful because he's still up the inside, so we go a bit deep to give him some room as well. And now it's Thomas Ronnar right ahead of us. He had damage as well. That's what my engineers told me. So I was hoping that he wouldn't fight it too hard, but yeah, we have to get past him as soon as possible because he will probably lose DRS there with the amount of damage he had. So that's us up to P10, and there's still 11 laps to go. And now we're right behind Ismail again, and he just got past Danny Barrisney, who's on the hard tires as well. So we're gonna try and get past him as well. Danny obviously started right behind us on the mediums, went on to the hards, and now we are right behind him. And we are gonna try and go for a move on him on this long straight. Again, you can see the exit speed we have. We have so much traction still, and we are right with him. There's also a big gap to Ismail up ahead, so there is space to send it up the inside. But you can see he has way more straight line speed. So now he defends the inside. We go for the outside, and we flick the wheel around the outside of him, and that's the move done. Up to P9 we go, and now it's Alfie Butcher right ahead of us, but he is also on medium, so not a lot, not a really big tire difference between me and him. And you can see now it's lap 28, and we're just going to try and do something here up the inside in the stadium section, but now it's really tricky, and I had to go defensive there to block off Lucas as he was right behind me. But yeah, this is pretty much how it's been going on for the next 7 laps, as Alfie had all the tires, but the pace was, yeah, it was actually really slow, but you just can't get past in the middle sector. And on the long straight, everyone is just blasting their entire battery, so it's really hard to get past. And also need to be careful because Lucas Blakely is right behind us. So if I would go for a move on Alfie Butcher and we would find ourselves side by side or whatever, he would always help his teammate Lucas behind to get past me. So yeah, we are just going to take it a bit easy, see if there's anything happening up ahead, and in case that happens we can go for a move. But other than that, we can't really do much at the moment. And now it's the final lap, of course, so this lap everyone is just pushing really hard, and it was Jarno in the lead, but he was on insanely low wing, and because of that no one could get past him, even though behind him they had DRS and slipstream. But yeah, usually you would expect on Mexico that there's more going on the final few laps, but they actually kept it really clean and there was not a lot happening. So yeah, we're still pretty high on battery. We could use it in case we needed to, but there was no, we didn't really could use it. So yeah, it will be P9. This time we're not getting a penalty. So finally scoring points in the season. Took us way too long, but yeah, it's definitely getting better. I think biggest improvement was the qualifying race. We just gained a couple positions. Alfie started P15, went to P8, so he got the strategy pretty spot on there. But yeah, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be one race remaining around Qatar, so hopefully see you guys there, and yeah, see you next time.